Speed 1994 is the epitome of an impeccable classic film. I've watched this ages ago, and for the most part, it's a wicked, exuberant 1990s action thriller blockbuster based entirely in Los Angeles. And this film was actually considered a low-budget film, having a budget between 30 and 37 million, grossing over $350 million, so it was quite damn successful. The film stars Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, and Dennis Hopper. A lot of the modern action films now have the protagonist extensively successful, which diminishes the aspect of action. And for action, the antagonist needs to be fairly successful. It needs a reasonable amount of thriller and casualties, which this film does provide. The film establishes things immediately from the beginning, and you're inundated with action every second in this film, which the adequate amount of action in this film is bloody brilliant, and that's exactly how an action film should be. The dialogue in this film was actually genuinely humorous. Now, after the climax of the film, there was rapid, repetitive, cliched tropes of the romance, love under stress template that was recycled in the bin but became shoehorned in during that Hollywood era, and applied too dominantly and too formulaic in this film, where Hollywood had the tendency, it was like a fetish that Hollywood had of embracing the absolute obsession with encompassing the subplot platitudes of the romance formula, inevitably having the characters fall in love. So at the start, the plot provides a subliminal hint of the film with thrill, where there's a bomb set on top of an elevator in an office tower complex, and the antagonist for this is an unhinged extortionate who's committing ransom, Payne, played by Dennis Hopper. And the unusual pacing of this film was unlike any other, was absolutely brilliant. And that's another reason why this film is always going to remain one of the best classics produced, where it's on its own league. And the protagonist of the film here, Jack Traven, played by Keanu Reeves, and his counterpart on the SWAT team, managed to rescue the passengers on the elevator. Subsequently, due to the elevator plan being thwarted, Payne then requests to have his ransom money, and after the negotiations fail, Jack Traven is informed by Payne that a bomb will detonate on a metro bus if the bus slows below 50 miles per hour, being monitored by the bus cameras. And with that plot right there, you know you're going to be watching an exquisite movie, because all hell is going to break loose. The script has it LA style down the freeway, and Jack is an adrenaline junkie and is frantically racing down high octane style, trying to pinpoint the bus that's going down the freeway to downtown, and he leaps onto the damn bus.
LAPD, get out of the car! Again, this is my car. I own this car. It's not stolen. It is now. Move over. Fuck! You scratch this puppy, and me and you are gonna have words.
And the driver of the bus gets accidentally shot by some mentally unstable delinquent that's on the bus. And you have Annie Porter, a sidekick played by Sandra Bullock, who's awkwardly small, trying to manage driving the bus.
Watch the road, huh? We're just two cool guys just hanging out. Traven, LAPD. We have a slight situation on the bus here. Ma'am, if you'll please sit down and deal with this.
No, I won't. You're scaring the shit out of these people.
Ma'am, please!
They drive to LAX airport, where the passengers manage to leave the bus, while the bus crashes into a cargo plane and explodes. And of course, for a classic film, there's a subway scene, and Jack finds out that Payne has kidnapped Annie at the notorious Pershing Square station in downtown LA, which I've been to many times with the gritty, dilapidated sanctuary I can confirm. In the following scene, this guy has all the bloody damn gear, where the next scene he has an explosive vest strapped onto her, and she becomes the damsel in distress here. If Jack messes up, his libidinous girl gets disintegrated, blown into absolute bits.
Pop quiz, asshole. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do?
Mad gunfire on the train, and they end up on the roof of the train, scrapping fists, and Howard gets knocked off the train, and Jack deactivates the bomb.
You bastard! How did you that? You like it, you bastard!
And the train crashes in Hollywood fashion. Jack saves the day, he gets the bird, and Annie is infatuated with him. Typical heads over heels. This film could definitely have the antagonist be a bit more successful by at least surviving, and maybe having Jack die instead, especially since Speed 2, which was a mind-numbingly dreadful subsequent release in 1997, didn't feature Jack. Nonetheless, it has pretty decent proper action and thriller aspects, where there are decent amount of casualties. Being it's an action film, it has to have action.